Hello everyone and welcome back to the realm and the wonderful world of Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones. In case you don't know, my name is Burton and join me at the centre of the world, for we are playing as Qarth. So previously, what happened was we went ahead and we won ourselves a few wars, we put down a rebellion, and currently in our prison is Rhaegon. Now the man had the audacity to pretend that he could take over. He saw something that I don't want my people to see, and that's a brighter future with them at the head of Qarth. So what do we do to a man who is a visionary? We simply blind him and set him free. So let that be a lesson to anyone else who tries to take over my power. My prisoner has now been blinded and released, another threat to your ambition dealt with. So that's the first part done. Meanwhile, our fleets are returning from the rebellion, we're going to disband them there. We do now have a claim on Pharos, in particular this region here. We are moving on to try and get ourselves some other claims, but we may as well just go ahead and declare to try and take this land as soon as possible. In the interim period, what we're going to have to do is kidnap Bellisio. Bellisio, as you can see, is potentially another problem to us. He's not a massive problem, but he's something that we are keeping an eye out on now. Something else that has recently come to my attention is the fact that with my heir dying, it now leaves me with two sons left. Both sons are actually with a mercenary company, they're both with the Gallant Men. So there's a chance that even my sons could die. So perhaps it might be ideal for me to go ahead and get myself another wife. So is it worthwhile removing Syria? That's something we're going to have to consider. As soon as we go ahead and try and get this plot to kidnap the prince, we'll make our decision then and there. As for now, we need to have a look at our council itself. We have some people who aren't too happy with us, specifically our healer. Well, I don't care, we're down to make some money, so we're going to head and try and breed the man. While the guards go to the slave quarters to retrieve Qarth, you decide who will make the best mates for him. Well, it'll be Miriam. She's the only one we have. She looks hesitant, but I can be persuasive. Splendid. There we go. So that's them two mated together, so hopefully they'll produce an offspring which I can then sell. Another issue we have, my brother. He doesn't like us at all. Now it's mainly because he's ambitious and he's a pretender to the claimant of Qarth. Now I plan to deal with him in a very specific way. He's actually going to start leading some armies. And in the next fight in which we are overpowered, it might very well be worth putting him at the head of this army and hoping that he dies in battle, a glorious hero of Qarth, because after all he still carries my family name. So that's the plan. Let's get our troops, or should we say let's get our ships back. Lord Sidious of Qarth has founded the Oppose Me faction. I do not like this. Can we imprison the man? We can. So he's now safely locked away in our dungeons and he also hates us. Well, that's good, you can stay in the dungeon as long as I want. So what happens when you try and plot against us? Luckily for us, no one joins, however he did have 6,000 men. Let's actually have a look at his base. Does he have anyone, any sons that can possibly take over, that may be more loyal than this man? He only has daughters. That is intriguing. We can get ourselves the Lordship of Qarth. I think we're going to do that. Let's revoke his title. So in fact, where is Qarth? Ah, it's this island here. Excellent, right, we'll take that, thank you. So we've got special actions possible. What is going on now? We can give him the right to defend himself before court. We get given justice as +9 diplomacy. We've already revoked his lands. We'll go ahead and do it. Let us not say that I will not give someone an honest trial after I take his lands, of course. So that's good. We've got ourselves a little bit more land. Let's just check for actual happiness. In fact, we'll do it in vassals. Because this could be our problem. We're getting a lot of people not liking us. Obviously, Rhaegon the Blind hates us. Maybe we should try and make Belishio a friend. In fact, let's have a look this way, shall we? So Xandro should be our main person to have a look at. He has the most amount of men. Perhaps a gift, Xandro. Where are you? Why do you hate me so? How much would the gift cost? 20 gold. We should do that. I will consider it 20 gold well spent. So there's been an outbreak of the actual flux, I believe it is. Serendos Villarin has demanded a trial before court, which Lord Nessus shall oversee to ensure justice is served. He begins to present his defence, but the court did not seem impressed. He cut a very unconvincing and nervous figure. Let's interrogate him. Lord Nessus stood before the court and aggressively questioned the accused. Many of the courts were convinced by his arguments, but then again, many seemed unimpressed. A verdict has been reached. Lord Nessus proclaims Serendos of House Villarin guilty. Well, you have no sons left to avenge you, only daughters. I think we'll put your head on a spike. So now our people know exactly what happens when they try to defy me. We're just quickly having a look through these now because it's important that as we expand, we keep everyone on track and we're pretty much up to date with things. For those of you wondering, we still do not have enough to start a colonisation process of these lands, which were ruined years ago by the Horse Lords. We'll need at least 1,000 gold, so we're going to try and get that from slavery. In fact, that's a good point. Let's go ahead and try and buy some slaves. So, let's meet with the slaver, a new advisor perhaps. I don't really need any of these, I would prefer to have bed slaves, but we'll go with a diplomat. 75 gold, are you kidding me? Really? No, I do not think so. Let's find somewhere else. A new bed slave, that shall do. This one I think. She's actually quite good. 75 gold, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. My words, are just slaves on this part of the world far more expensive, or is it just me? She does have an attractive trait though. We're gonna keep going through. I want to get someone cheap. Oh, here we go. Now we've got some options. Abara, Cedra. Oh, she's actually already married. How would that work? And Terran. We'll go for Abara. 115. Are you kidding me? This is getting ridiculous. I think it looks like we're not going to be able to do much with this. 225 gold. This is, well, mind you, that one I can understand. I'm going to give up on this soon if I don't get someone. This one I think, Maya. Nope. $15 gold, here we go. Finally got someone. He's terrible but he's young. Done. The money is yours. So he'll grow up. We could do with doing that quite a lot, in fact. Let's just go ahead and get us one more slave. We'll go for Shrewd Clerk again. 40 gold. Why 40 gold? I'm not spending that. Oh, bodyguards. That might be handy, actually. This one, I think. Florian. He's not very good. Oh, he's not for sale. We'll try Serene this time. Nope. Right, I've had enough of this. Let's get off that. I might do that in between the next episode, get ourselves a load of slaves in there. Otherwise, it's just going to be too much. So the question is now, do we perform another slave raid? Because don't forget, what we're trying to do is expand realm by conquest. We need to get a lot of prestige though. It's going to cost a lot for us to do that. So here we go, we can see it here. Prestige of at least 2,000 in order to do this, as well as personal wealth of 100. Yep. So that's what we're going for. So all vassals of Qarth will be summoned to the Grand Council in Qarth to discuss my planned invasion. So that means we need to go ahead. Oh! Prince Belitio will soon be leaving the castle to go on a trip to the countryside with only a small guard. My co-conspirators have sent the word and prepared an ambush and are waiting for my signal to attack the carriage. Send a signal. A strange woman with her face hidden behind a lacquer mask approaches me and speaks of the powers that the Shadowbinders of Ashai possess. We have an option to change religion. From the warlocks to Shadowbinders, I do not think so. She will be jailed. How dare she come to my court? We've succeeded with the plot. Belitio is in our prison. We've ambushed his carriage on the lonely stretch of roads, the guards scattered before us, and one of my men blindfolded and bound Prince Belitio. He's now safely locked away in the dungeon. That's great, so we've got the man. What can we do? So we can go ahead, well, we can try and kill my brother, but I think we need to... Oh, we've got some rescue plots. I had no idea these were actually away. Whose prison is he in? This could be an easy way to get the people on side. We're going to do that. Let's have a look at Aegon. Where are you? You're actually powerful as well, or semi-powerful. Lord Jacko of Hesh. Let's go ahead and try and free some of my bannermen. This is going to prove difficult. Perhaps we shall not do that one. Shall we torture the woman? No, we'll call her for trial. Let's get a diplomacy plus. Who was it we just tried? It was him, wasn't it? Either way, it's going to cost us money. I'm not up for that. Yeah, don't worry. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and kill my wife. It's already 171 is the plot. We can get our spy master on board, so we'll do that. And we're just going to keep it between the two of us. We could send for a sorrowful man. But you know what? I don't know. I don't think we'll do that. Right, so we've got Belitio. He's the Prince of the Spices. And obviously he's not overly keen on us. However, we can ransom him back for 145 gold. We're gonna do that. Might seem silly, we're releasing someone who had a negative opinion of us, but you know what? We would be able to deal with him, no problem whatsoever. So he's going to be released straight away. He has a little bit of a taste of what our dungeon is like. Serenely has demanded a trial before court. Once again, NASA shall oversee and ensure justice is served. Let's interrogate the woman. So once again he aggressively questioned the accused, and he made a reasonable case. A verdict has been reached. She has been found guilty. Which is a shame, really. I cannot have heretics in this land. I just cannot have it. She will walk through the streets naked and then back to the cell. My spy master has joined me in my plot to see my wife dead. We have some more options. We're not going to bother with that for now. Glacio has been released, and unfortunately, he hates me so. We might have made ourselves an enemy there, but we've also made ourselves quite a bit of money. My co-conspirator Pecco has produced a poisonous viper and sends word it will soon dig its fangs into my wife. Just do it. And we wait. We wait and we hope. As we do that, let's just clear things up here. And it might be time for us to actually press that claim on Pharos, because it's taken a good while for anything else. We'll wait and see what happens to my wife first. This is taking its time. I'm getting nervous. Success! The snake performed its duty with aplomb and pumped. With aplomb? Yeah, whatever. She is dead. The deadly venom coursed through her veins and it slipped away into the night. The guards are now too busy contending with a string of lethal snake attacks to search for those responsible. Brilliant. She's dead. My wife is dead. That frees me up to marry. Now this proves interesting. Let's pause things up here while we're having a quick look. We need to find ourselves a wife. Now it'll be difficult for us to get a wife of any other religion, but I would like to do it. Perhaps New Gis? They have a different religion. They're the Harpy. She's only 1 year old. I doubt they would do this. Yeah, I must not marry an infidel. So I don't think we're going to be able to get ourselves any form of alliance other than within our own borders. So in terms of that, within our own borders, who can we actually get? Well, we're going to have a look at our most powerful bannerman. That's a man who's already on side. So it'll be one of these two. Now firstly we have this man. His only daughter is married, so he is out of order. This one has a few more daughters. One is married, and the second one is married. It might be worthwhile if we actually, well, I'm not going to be killing anyone else, I'm a bit busy with that. So let's just have a look at someone who is good for childbearing then. We don't want someone too old. We would prefer someone with either an attractive or a genius trait, because we would like this passed down to our children. Let's keep an eye out. Mage, which is considered a warlock, as is everyone. That's the religion here. Now we could have her. She is huge apparently. Absolutely huge. She is a family person. The traits aren't fantastic. Competent steward. That might be something I may want to pass down if I want some big, strong sons. She's a hedonist. Just make sure there's no one else. Well, there's the opposite huge. We could have we can marry a dwarf. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Not just this time, at least. Yeah, we're gonna marry the huge lady. She can be our own Brienne. So it is Tenesia. She's only 17 years old and she's a Lord Treasurer. I don't know. We will lose 300 from marrying a courtier. Well, we're knackered with that. We're not going to do that. We need to get someone with status, unfortunately. That's going to happen no matter what we do. Yeah. Right. It's got to be done. Don't worry, there'll be some wars, we'll claim it back. So we're ending this episode on a high note. Well, especially, it's more like a very tall note, isn't it? Because my new wife, Tunisia, I can't, don't know, we're trying to get 2,000 prestige, that is a lot. You know what, we're not going to do it. We're not going to have a wedding, we need to save the prestige. That's the end of the episode. Thanks very much for watching. Please leave some thumbs up if you're liking the series, and more will be out soon. Cheers.